Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy E-Stop here with my fellow host.
Yes, sir. Your boy, Sir Mackleton Fauntleroy the Third Esquire. Man, that was six.
Oops.
That was six. I might have a six one day. Might get six.
You don't need six.
Nah, I don't.
Maybe a four.
I hardly need one, let alone six.
Anyway, I wasn't gonna make a comment, but I
no.
All right, so we come to you guys with another episode. We are a week and a half behind. Don't judge us. We enjoy DreamCon.
No, by all means, judge us, because I'm judging back.
Yeah, right back at you.
Right back.
But we enjoyed DreamCon, so we've been out of commission for a little bit. We've been riding on that high. Now we're back at work again. So today's episode, we're gonna talk about things like what we saw while we were at DreamCon. Final Fantasy VII, the remake trailer. What are your thoughts on this, man? We talked about it a little bit, but
I'm gonna be real with you, man. There was a part of me that was like, oh, cool, some more 7. But the major 75% part of me was like, another trailer.
Yeah.
After 4 fucking years, you give us a minute of some shit. Honestly, I didn't care. I was so I was just indifferent.
Right.
Because I was just like, man, we waited 4 years for y'all to give us one little measly ass trailer. Mm-hmm. And maybe there was some details in there that made people get hard-ons and shit. But me personally, if you're going to make me wait 4 fucking years, the game need to be out already.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what happens now? Everybody's excited. Everybody's just like you said, is riding this high because we just seen this. Mm-hmm. And what's going to happen next? Another 4 years later, you're going to give us another minute-long trailer? Or the game comes out this year. Well, they said that last year, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they've been saying a lot of things. So, yeah, excuse me if I'm just disenchanted with this whole 7 thing. Like, obviously, I'm going to still buy the game when it come out. But I'm more than over these trailers and these, like, fuck that. Like, just give us the fucking game.
Man, as a Final Fantasy fan, 7 was my least favorite, and that's not no shot at nobody. 7 is still a fucking great game.
Nah, he's shooting shots.
9, bow! People don't like 9 as much as they like 7, but 9 is my favorite. But when I saw the trailer, I got taken back a little bit because we saw some gameplay of it.
Yeah, we did see some gameplay.
We see a change of the battle system, which we kind of expected because we moved away from the age of, you know, the turn-based battle system. Mm-hmm. So the gameplay is looking like Crisis Core. And I don't know, they got me a little excited because I actually like Crisis Core's battle system.
I never actually even bought a PSP to play Crisis Core, but I definitely saw enough of it to see that it's a solid game. Right. And maybe one day, I hope one day I will get to play it, but it's not really on my... Like, I don't want to play anything else that's 7-oriented until the new game come out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Except Dirge of Cerberus. I will play Dirge of Cerberus again.
Which is an amazing game.
But I want... Like, anything else... Get a new game come out.
Alright, man, we're going to get off of this 7 high road and we're going to talk about some Final Fantasy XIV. We are in the midst of, what is this, a month? We're 45 days, let's just say 45 days out from...
June 13th? Yeah,
that's
pretty damn
45 days. 45 days out from the brand new expansion of Final Fantasy XIV. Are you excited, man?
Excited ain't even... If my vocabulary was as extensive, I would use the word above excited, but since it ain't, yes. Absolutely.
I thought you was going to go full T.I. with it for a second. Okay.
Indubitably. Expeditiously excited. Quickly excited. Nigga.
Man, I'm super excited. One thing I wanted to ask you about, as far as the battle system, you talked about Gunbreaker being something that you're going to pick up first, right? So let's just dial it back a little bit. Out of all your classes, what class do you want to see the most improvements to? Machinist. Okay.
Right off the bat, Machinist. My issue right now with Stormblood is actually nothing with Stormblood. Shadowbringers. It's not with Shadowbringers itself. It's at this point my issues are within myself because all this time I've been playing, right? You've mained Bard, you know, some of our friends have mained Goon, some have mained other jobs. People have seen me play some classes more than others. Right. Like I can say if I had a real main, it was Monk when I first started playing.
Right.
So I guess that was my only one true main. And then as I got to playing more classes, I got to seeing where some were stronger than others in certain areas, and depending on areas, I kind of became this jack of all trades guy.
Right.
And which is normally my style at most things, but for this one, first of all, I never thought I'd see a samurai class. And so we got that, and I was like, yep, dropping Spyro, that's happening. So I played samurai for a long while, but then I burned out rather quickly.
Right.
Because it's just like playing monk. It's very, very similar.
Without utility, though.
Yeah. So I was just like, all right, now I'm just jump around. So I got to messing around with the Dark Knight, and now I'm more so of a tank guy. Healing guy more than I am a DPS guy. So I'm really needing a main job at this point, and I feel like Gunbreaker is going to be that for me.
Okay. So you would say that's the class you're most excited for?
Yeah, I mean, this is probably, regardless of what else they come out with, like, this is going to be, because Monk, like, it just wasn't enough classes for me to care to play anything else. But now that we got so many different classes, everybody pretty much got what they want for the most part.
Right.
At this point, everybody's just like, all right, man, it'd be cool if we got this. Or I wonder how they would do that. It would be dope if we got this.
Right.
Now at this point, it's just theorizing and hypothetical speaking.
Right.
Now, for me, there's Machinist, which I tell people, my favorite class. Right. Absolute favorite class. It's in a better spot it's ever been, but it still can be much, much better. So I'm really hoping, looking to see what they're going to do with that.
Most definitely.
But Gunbreaker, I can say, is hands down going to be the job I play from here on out.
Most definitely. See, I'm opening up Shadowbringers with Scholar. This is first time I'm bringing a tank or healer into an expansion. So I'm taking that to 80 first, and I'm going to enjoy Bard. The class I want to see the most improvements from myself would be, I've been actually thinking about it, would be, it's going to sound weird because this is the top DPS of the game, which is Black Mage. I want to see more from it, essentially, because Black Mage in most MMOs, I say most because I played 11, right? But 11, it was one of the stronger DPSs as well. But it had a flair to it as well. Not the spell, but it had a mystique about it. I really want to see them dive into some more storyline of Black Mage. So I've been reading the lore from 14 because I've never leveled up Black Mage myself. So I want to see more lore from 14 implemented about Black Mage because that's still some crazy ass storyline, right?
It can get dark.
Yeah, it can get real dark. With that being said, what class do you think is going to get shat on? Because there's always every expansion there's a class that's like, like we know with what was the expansion before this expansion? Heaven's Ward. With Heaven's Ward came them fucking barred royally with the casting. With what happened with Shadow? Not Shadow, but Stormblood.
Stormblood.
A class got fucked. I can't remember what class. I would say Machinist got fucked because they didn't improve on it. That's one.
Well, again, they did. Like it's definitely in a. You can play it now,
right?
In Heaven's Ward, you can still play it, but Jesus Christ, you had to say a prayer, a wish, pray to the 9 divines and all the ones in Eorzea to pray for. Like, you depended a lot more on procs. Now in Stormblood, what you basically have to do is, it's such a clunky class to play,
right,
that now you have to find a way to get through all this clunkiness and line up all of your GCDs and your OGCDs within Wildfire,
right,
which at first wasn't the case because Wildfire was more of a punishment, which I was actually okay with. Or not, I'm sorry, not Wildfire. What the fuck is when they overheat? Overheat. When they overheat, it was more of a punishment for you to overheat. Now, not so much. Now it's like, all right, now you can go into overheat and get your 10% damage, and it's not even that big of a like a DPS bump.
Right.
Honestly, even if you didn't use it, not to mention you losing Gauss Barrel, so if you don't make the best of it, then you just took a huge DPS loss anyway.
Right.
So I feel like with this time with Machinists, get rid of the fucking procs. This 50-50 proc shit, stop it. Like, quit that. All right, this is a gun class. So naturally the damage should be higher than a fucking bow and arrow. No disrespect to the bard because I love the bard, but a bullet will definitely hit and kill me before an arrow will, depending on which one is shot first. But if you're just talking side by side, point and shoot, the gun will definitely do more damage every time, whether they see it coming or not. So I feel like it should definitely get a DPS buff. Get rid of the support, period. Like, kill all the support.
Allow Bard to be that.
Yeah, let Bard and Dancer share those roles, because if Machinist remains a support role, it will get shat on again. So it does not need to be support. And if you do decide to make it support, you need to split all the supports up into something where everything matters. You know what I'm saying? Make it to where not to where, well, you know, Dancer boost attack speed, because then everybody's going to play Dancer.
Right.
Well, Bard boost the caster speed. Okay, well, when you got a class full of mages, play the Bard. When you got a bunch of melees, play the Dancer. Oh, well, what does Machinist do? What is there left for Machinist to do if you got attack speed and you know, MP? Oh, well, Machinist, I don't know. Machinist basically gives everybody a slight damage buff. Then you just automatically took away all that attack speed and all that MP regen that the other two had. You just negated all that shit, because now one class is getting an overall damage buff to everybody else. So you have to make a way to give them equal support. Either make them to where they all do the same thing, just in a different format, or get rid of support on Machinists. Make Machinists the official ranged pure DPS,
which would be fucking amazing.
It would be. You take away all that shit. Make it to where the turrets are not just sitting somewhere. Do it like Selene and Eos. When you pull it out, let it roll with you. Let it do its job from where it's at, from behind your shoulder or in front of you or something like that. So I feel like you can do a lot with Machinists at this point.
Do you think what class do you think they're gonna shit on?
Oh, but the class they're gonna shit on, it depends. Okay, so let's see. We got Dancer.
Right.
All right, everybody's going to play Dancer. Dancer's going to be incredibly strong. So I feel like between Bard and Machinist, those two are going to get shat on, depending on what they do with them.
Because they're technically the support class.
Yep.
Right.
And as far as, I actually have another one that's going to get shat on is going to be between the tanks. Gunbreaker's coming out. Gunbreaker's going to be good. Just like Dark Knight was when it came out, just like Warrior and Heaven's War. Warrior was top. So this time we got a Gunbreaker. Now, if you're looking at Gunbreaker, if you've seen everything it could do, you got a Gunblade. So you're going to do more damage. You got shells to increase damage. You got, I'm pretty sure we're going to use magic tech stuff for shields, things like that. That's automatically just something that sounds overpowered. So I feel like somebody in the tank job is going to get shat on, and sadly enough, I feel like it's going to be the Warrior.
I was thinking more Dark Knight than the Warrior.
Nah, the only reason I say Dark Knight won't get shat on because Dark Knight is cool as fuck.
Right.
There is not a cooler tank class aesthetically that is more aesthetically pleasing when they're performing. And on top of that, Dark Knight is still the magic go-to. Dark Knight is just too beloved of a class. Warrior is a crazy class that people love to do damage with. But if you're talking aesthetics, tanks in general, I feel like the Warrior and Dark Knight, one of those two.
Because the sad part is, they're going to notice it. But one thing I've noticed about that, you didn't even mention Paladin, because Paladin never gets shat on because it is the tank.
Paladin got shat on.
The tank.
Paladin, they said Paladin got shat on in Stormblood, but it really didn't. Paladin it didn't get shat on. It got kind of left out. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But it didn't get shat on.
Yeah, because compared to what cats like Warrior got infinite fail cleave for a certain amount of time. Dark Knight got... Now, Dark Knight, let me tell you what Dark Knight, it's almost impossible for it to happen. Dark Knight is the only tank that can go into both stances at the same time. Right. As long as you can do that, then they turn around and say, oh, well, if you're in both stances, take this fail cleave, which is basically blood spiller that does more damage when you're in both stances. You know, take Dark Arts that, basically enhances a lot of the moves that you got. And that's the reason I didn't choose Dark Knight to get shat on, because if Gunbreaker worked to where, you use the ammo to go into like ammo was like Dark Arts, then I would say, yeah, Dark Knight getting shat on. Right. But they said, no, it's not going to be that way. Well, how the hell is it going to play, right? Right. So what DPS do you think is going to get shat on? Neither. No DPS is going to get shat on? Other than Machinists. Like, it's going to be in the support group. Right, I don't feel like anybody else will get shat on. Now, I feel like there are some potential ones. If Monk gets like a rework, Samurai could possibly get shat on. Okay, I can see that. If Samurai gets nothing, maybe a few extra moves. If Samurai doesn't get utility, it's probably going to get left out again. Samurai, you need utility. For anybody to put a Samurai in a party, it's bad, because for people who play 14, you know this.
Dragoons primarily are usually the ones who like kick the fucking bucket or the first to die.
Dragoon needs a damage buff.
But samurais with no utility are the new dragoons, because not only are they fucking dying a lot, these motherfuckers ain't bringing shit to the party except for deaths.
And the worst part is that they don't necessarily even have to have utility. I mean, black mages ain't got utility, and they perform well. But the difference between the two is that a black mage will blow you the fuck up for 1 million damage
easily.
A samurai will blow you up for maybe 500. So it's like the samurais. The fact that they don't have utility is okay. What's not okay is the fact they have nothing to kind of make up for that lack.
Right.
Whereas if you know to fight with a black mage, you'll blow shit up. And that will just be exactly what that is. So samurai needs to get either some sort of utility buff that is useful for everybody. That makes them a little bit more important. Ninja got slashing debuff. Warrior got slashing debuff. I feel like Gunbreaker's going to get some sort of debuff or ability to do something.
You think Gunbreaker's going to be slashing and piercing?
Yeah, with the bullets.
Yeah.
The bullets wow. That would actually make Dragoon less played.
Why?
Because Dragoon is the only person right now that does piercing. But
Bard does piercing.
Bard does. Oh, I'm sorry, not piercing. What is it that they use to help with the piercing? Dragoons have a move.
They have
disembowel.
Disembowel.
It's disembowel. That increases the damage with the piercing. It increases piercing damage.
Yeah.
And so if Machine or Gunbreaker has, honestly, Machinists can get something that can help with piercing.
I think they're gonna give that utility to the Gunbreaker.
If I feel like Gunbreaker and Machinists both can get piercing.
Yeah.
That will make 3 classes in each category.
But I don't think them just give. That's gonna be weird, because if they gave all those classes piercing, they leave Bard out of the utility of getting piercing.
Bard gets utility in different ways.
Yeah, that's very true.
Bard utilizes the party. So what I'm speaking from is mainly when Machinists, I'm speaking from if they took away the support perspective and just gave it piercing, and increased the damage, then it would be like a ranged Dragoon. Gunbreaker, I feel like can get that the piercing because it's got bullets. It's just one. It's not a cooldown, but it's a DOT. Bow. One shot, one good shot.
I'm with that.
You know what I'm saying? One good revolver shot, and you got debuff for a minute or debuff for 30 seconds. I know they're getting rid of DOTs a lot, but
which is weird. I like the dot system. I really like the dot system.
I'm okay with it, but I'm not against getting rid of it, because normally when they get rid of it, they just buff the damage overall to make up for it on the job.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, we got to think about how that's going to affect jobs like Bard, because our procs are privy to our dots, because when we get critical dots, that resets certain shit, right?
Oh, well, I don't feel like they're gonna get rid of y'all core dots.
Yeah,
because that's actually a part of y'all rotation. That without y'all, those dots that y'all have, without the bites and the refulgence, y'all won't do damage.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't think they should get rid of those at all.
But that's what worries me, is what jobs are going to be reworked. But we're going to get a lot of that information. What day did it say? May
24th. Jesus, I can't wait.
So what we promise to do as My Ninja Gaming and as the All Things Final crew, me and Sir Mackleton, we're going to do it live. I say we try that live.
Yeah, if we can watch it live, it'd be even better too.
That's exactly what I plan on doing. We should do that. So we're going to watch the reveal from everything that's happening with Shadowbringers live, and we're going to actually review it directly after, and we're going to watch it with you guys. We promise to do that. What day is that? You said
I want to say that's Tuesday, Wednesday.
Hope it's a Tuesday, because that means we both off.
Yeah.
You said the 20.
That's a week from now. It's on a Thursday. I will not be here on Thursday. They said the 23rd or the 24th, but either way, I won't be here.
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll figure some way out to make sure we get this product to you guys, because this is going to be a big installment for the Final Fantasy series, and as you know, this is All Things Final. This is your boy Estop.
And your boy Sir Mackleton, Fauntleroy the Third, Esquire, man.
And we out.